Yes, we have more questions for you, so just hang on there. But we have joining us now the former governor's representative to speak to some of these issues that you have raised. Jeffrey, you have that one.
Well, it's Ifejika is the Chief Press Secretary to former Governor Okowa. Mr. Ifejika, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
I want to believe you've been listening to Mr. Tagana. So just as a recap of what he said he wasn't really interested in all of this because we've asked him several questions whether he's politically motivated. He's denied that flat. He said his mother was sick and he wanted to get some health care for his mom, but because Senator Okowa allegedly did not do what he should do as governor, he couldn't get that quality of health care for his mom. And he said, look, widespread within where it comes from, there's no representation of anything to hold on to under Senator Okowa's leadership as governor. And he's worried that as it has affected him as citizen, and he found out that the EFCC has leveled allegations that has to do with money against the former governor, and they're now silent, suspecting that maybe he's going to join the APC. Say, no, we need to get to the bottom of the case. How do you respond to all of this?
Thank you very much. First, I want to feel that Mr. Tagana doesn't live in Delta State. Because if he lived in Delta State, he would have known how much was done in the health sector by Senator Dr. Okowa when he held through as governor. For a start, as a senator then, way back between 2011 2015, before he became governor, Senator Okowa led the part that sponsored the bill for what we have today as National Health Act. And as governor, he domesticated everything in that bill that became law. And in this state, we do not only have a robust health service that takes care of the vulnerable. What I mean vulnerable now, the pregnant women, under 5 children, and all of that, free medical services. And to give these services to the people, he ensured that the centers, all health centers, hospitals, were upgraded to meet these services. And if Mr. Tagana, that he claims that he is from Delta, there was another angle to the health services that we have in this state a health insurance scheme that costs an individual only 7,000 naira per annum for anybody to access health care. 7,000 naira health insurance. So if you could not pay that to avail health service for his mother, I wonder where he went to. So Senator Okowa was one man that provided services all over the place in Delta, apart from the teaching hospital that we have in Ogara. The next good one is in Warri. I don't know where he lives in Delta, because he didn't even say which hospital he took his mother to that there was no service. He didn't tell us until we didn't ask him. Well, we needed to know where he took his mother to, that there was no health service. He didn't say that. And I imagine that let me say this. It's obvious from the questions you asked him that he's a jobber. He's working for a Paymaster, no doubt about it. Elections are here. Senator Dr. Okowa left office close to 3 years ago, and he's talking about his services now. And taking it to Okowa, there's Okowa that didn't provide the services of the avenues. Of course, you know what that means. It's because of election. And I know that during the elections, we talk about thuggery. Thuggery, people attacking people, carrying ballot boxes. But we cannot see that we're witnessing an era of thuggery in social media, thuggery on the tubes. That's exactly what he's doing. I'm sorry to say all of this because it's obvious that he has come here because the election is here.
Well, he has denied that he's doing any of this for politics, and he has a right.
No. What I'm trying to
pardon
say,
me, let me land. Pardon me, let me land. He has denied that he's doing this for politics. In fact, we asked him who does he want, and he says no, he's not doing it for politics, and that's what we should cultivate in Nigeria. Citizens have a right to say, well, this government didn't do this or failed to do this when it was in power, and it promised me this, and for that reason I think that this particular government or governor or whoever should be probed, should be investigated, and we should have the law take its full course.